Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum friends, welcome back to another episode of Football Gupshup. Please subscribe to the channel and press the bell button icon. So folks, let's start today's episode. As you see in the thumbnail, we'll be speaking about who should be Manchester United next permanent manager. We all know that the two top candidates are Erik Ten Hag and Mauricio Pochettino. In an ideal world, United would have loved Nagelsmann, but he's at Bayern, so we'll be just discussing about these two. Football Gupshup did do a video on this topic in great detail. That was 5 months back. We also included Conte in that one because he was available. What we've done is we've approached this by doing an extensive research, and we're trying to figure out that who should be the perfect candidate for the United job. So how we've done is we'll be addressing these 5 points. Who should be suited to Manchester United structure? What do fans want and what does the board want? What is their style in terms of setting up their teams, which is formation? How much did they spend and achieve in their previous respective clubs? What did they win in their career, which is important? And are there any other hidden facts? So, who should be suited to Manchester United structure? It seems that Pochettino will be well suited to United traditions, but there are growing evidences that United as a club are trying to get away from that, and more importantly, they are adapting continental way of doing operations, where the team is assembled by supporting director and a coach is hired to train the players, similar to Chelsea City. Liverpool coach suggestions are considered because their insight is important in order to achieve better output and results. So it looks as if Erik Ten Hag is more suited to that structure. So that's Erik Ten Hag 1 and Pochettino, you could say, nil. Moving on, what do fans want and what does the board want? In various polls from various media outlets, fan forums, social media fans are more inclined to Erik Ten Hag than Pochettino. The reason is due to the fact that Pochettino has failed to win big with PSG, especially with the mega signings of Messi, Donnarumma, Hakimi. The fans think that Pochettino should have been able to get PSG into the final of Champions League with the super squad, including the likes of Neymar and Mbappe. Whereas the board do love Pochettino, specifically Sir Alex Ferguson, but the board would want to be careful after so many failures. So you could say even in this point it swings away to Erik Ten Hag. So that's 2 and Mauricio Pochettino nil. Moving on to the third point, what is their style in terms of setting up their teams and formation? We have a series of slides here where we can see the formation taken by Pochettino in Premier League as well as Ligue 1. Pochettino normally has resorted to a mix of formations in Premier League such as 4-3-2-1, 4-4-2 diamond, 4-2-3-1. Whereas in Ligue 1 he mostly plays with 4-3-3 attacking. As for Spurs Champions League campaign, he did the same in that famous 18-19 season by using various formations, but 4-2-3-1 was a standout one. In PSG Youth Champions League campaign he went out for a 4-3-3 attacking. Erik Ten Hag mostly resorts on 4-3-3 defending in Eredivisie, whereas in Champions League this season Erik employed a mix of 4-3-3 defending and attacking formation. Whereas in the famous Champions League semi-final run in 18-19 campaign, Erik mostly used 4-3-3 defending. As with Pochettino's style, he likes to play from behind, and his methodology is mostly to do with players' brilliance and intelligence. That is why people who know him, they don't think he's an excellent coach, but he does have an excellent set of man management skills. He can motivate his players and can easily get out a good performance. Now, whenever we see Erik's team, we always see system rather than the players. Things such as shapes, numbers with the ball, without the ball are more important to him than the players' brilliance. In his system, the transition in spaces are second to none. It almost reminds you of Pep Guardiola. So, shape is very important to Erik. One should also not forget that Erik did work as one of the assistants for Pep Guardiola when he was at Bayern Munich. So that is right, you can see the picture in front of you. So you could say that he is from that school of thought with Pep Guardiola, and United fans would love that as well. So you could say this one also tilts towards Erik Ten Hag. Now so far we are shaping up to what we can expect from both of them. Moving on now, this is very important to understand that this analysis which we are going to show you, it will determine a metric which will help us in order to make clear that which candidate is suited to the Manchester United job. The 4th point, how much did they spend and achieved in their previous respective clubs, basically what did they win in career, is very important. The metric which we'll be using is of net transfer spend in correlation to winning trophies. The reason we use this metric is because it determines who is the better coach in terms of producing better output, because fundamentally who do United want? Do they want a world-class manager or a coach? The argument would be that even if it's a manager, they have a team of coaches, and if it's a coach, then they do not know how to manage. So how to determine which candidate is best to be given responsibility to? Well, it's simple. You use this metric, net transfer spend in correlation to winning trophies, because you get all in this. The person who relies less on spending is an excellent coach, because he's implementing breakthrough ideas in aspects of play, whereas in terms of winning trophies, he's not only managing the team or the group of players quite excellently, but also spending the money quite efficiently. So we will identify who is better as coach and manager. We will start with Pochettino. You can see the data. It shows Pochettino Premier League record of his time at Southampton and Spurs. You can pause the screen and look at the data extensively. I will go for the major excruciating points that we have deduced out of this data. So looking at this, Pochettino did not win any domestic or continental cups in his time at Southampton. However, he had a net transfer spend of 76.9 million, which averages around 38.45 million per season. Pochettino also did not win any league in his tenure at Spurs, although he did come second in 16-17 season. Pochettino also did not win any Champions League. He did took Spurs to the final in 18-19 season, which they lost to Liverpool. Pochettino did not win any domestic cup while at Spurs. He had a net transfer spend of 117.62 million, which averages around 19.6 million per season. Moving on, we'll be looking at Erik Ten Hag. He started his managerial journey at Utrecht. Then he joined Ajax in mid-season of 17-18. You can once again pause the screen and look at the data extensively. I will once again point out the major excruciating points that we have deduced out of this data. You can see that what he did in his 5-year season at Ajax, he made a surplus of 242.4 million, as well as he did not only manage to win 2 league titles, he also won 2 Dutch Cups, 1 Dutch Super Cup, and he also had to sell the likes of De Ligt, Frankie de Jong and Ziyech. So that shows what Erik Ten Hag did. As you can see, the current season 21-22 is ongoing. We have the data of both managers on a separate sheet over here. You can have a look at this. You can pause the screen. So in order to summarize, Pochettino will win his first ever managerial league title, whereas Erik will win his 3rd league title. Pochettino has only won 1 domestic cup, whereas Erik has won 4 domestic cups. Pochettino had an overall total of 30.3 million net transfer spend at 3 clubs in 9 seasons, whereas Erik Ten Hag made a surplus of 270 million in net transfer spend at 1 club in 5 seasons. I know if one of the Glazers is watching this, Erik would be the new manager of Manchester United. It truly is a marvel to attain a surplus of 270 million, as well as building a team after your star players leave, such as De Ligt, Frankie de Jong, Ziyech, Van de Beek, and still be able to win the league with Blaine, Tadic and Haller. As much as it's Erik's management credit, you could say his coaching and planning, the credit also goes to Ajax board, who actually have football people in those decision-making positions. Pochettino time at Spurs is also unprecedented in terms of achieving a 2nd place in a UCL final with a net transfer spend of 19.6 million. So you could say that, having a look at this, you could definitely say that Erik Ten Hag do come out on top from Pochettino. While going through this, we'll be coming to the last point, which is any other hidden facts. Now, whenever you're trying to get the best man for the job, you always try to get to know as much as you can about them. As we have seen in that Kevin Costner famous movie called Draft Day, where they want to draft this new player called Bo Callahan, and Kevin Character is the GM of the team who's trying to get him. They have made the trade but not made it official, and he asks his team to find out everything about him. In fact, anything, any minor thing, so that they're sure that they've got the right man for the job. As I was going through the analysis, something just popped in my head and I went out to look for these facts. And in front of your screen, you can see Pochettino record against Premier League teams, specifically Manchester City, Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal, and even Manchester United themselves. Isn't that good? So, will it be wise to go for Pochettino, who hasn't done good enough against English big sides? And now as a manager of PSG, having the likes of Messi, Neymar, Mbappe, Verratti, Di Maria, Marquinhos, Ramos, Hakimi, Donnarumma, getting knocked out by a weak Real Madrid side who were just battered by Barcelona last week and 4-0 at home. So hiring Pochettino will not be of sound reasoning based on these facts. I also found out something interesting about Erik Ten Hag, which is this on your screen. His record against the top two teams in Eredivisie, other than Ajax, isn't good either. He has just won 7 games out of 18 against PSV Eindhoven with 1.33 points per match, and has also just won 8 games out of 17 against AZ Alkmaar with 1.47 points per match. So who should be the manager of Manchester United based on this research and metrics? It seems that Erik Ten Hag stands out from Pochettino. Although it is not guaranteed that Erik will bring success to Old Trafford by himself, he will need so many things, such as his excellent coaching staff, as well as financial backing in the market. Also, he will require someone who is of a football person in the board, who could assist him behind the scenes in terms of recruitment. Ralf Rangnick is already at the club, and he's also being reported that he likes Erik Ten Hag, so it will be a very good combination. In fact, what United could do is is they can bring in someone who they know at Ajax, who is their ex personnel, such as Edwin van der Sar. They can bring him back to the club so that Erik is comfortable. So folks, that's it. Hopefully you would have loved today's episode. Please do give your suggestions in the comment section, that who would you want Manchester United manager to be. Is it Erik Ten Hag or Pochettino? Please do subscribe the channel, and please share this episode with many of your Manchester United friends, and it will really help us to grow this channel, and we'll be able to bring you more good content. I'll be also doing a what if transfer on Manchester United. Please do not miss out on that one as well. You will all love it. So thank you for watching. I'll be seeing you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.